it was an editorial picture of Naomi Campbell sitting on a toilet modeling a dress, okay? But she was on a toilet, like smoking a cigarette. Now, in black and white, it's considered art. Now, as soon as you put a blonde girl with big boobs in color, it's disgusting, they say. So I remember laying in bed, and I was with my boyfriend at the time, and I remember hearing news at 11 o'clock, Jenny McCarthy's Candy's ad pulled off of every newsstand for its vile imagery. And I was like, I literally sat up in my bed. I'm like, what? You've got to be kidding me. We knocked it off of Naomi Campbell. She was in every freaking magazine, but it's kind of like creating a monster. They just gave us more publicity, and that thing took off.
Jenny McCarthy became famous in an era that loved putting women into boxes. They're a bombshell, they're a blonde, a punchline, a cautionary tale. And instead, Jenny kept breaking out just of every one of those boxes. And talk about personal brand. Long before that was even a thing that people had conceived of, Jenny was already living the reality of it. She was building a career not around the lane that people wanted her to be in, but around being just unmistakably herself. In this conversation, she talks very candidly about growing up poor, about why she decided from the get-go to treat Hollywood like a, quote, buffet, getting rejected by MTV before landing singled out, the truth about longevity in entertainment, launching Formless Beauty, her company, and why authenticity is much more than a buzzword and actually still does win in the end. She also gets beautifully reflective about fame and legacy and bullying and reinvention and what happens when the version of you that the world knows no longer necessarily matches who you've become. And obviously I fangirl out a bit because this woman is an icon to me. And so without further ado, I'm Jordan Reed. This is Like Me, and here is Ms. Jenny McCarthy. Jenny McCarthy, welcome to Like Me.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. This little ASMR. So this project, Like Me, is about the sort of earliest iteration of women who built personal brands into businesses. And I consider you the patient zero of women who were able to do that. And certainly one of the women who was able to do that most successfully and over time and in so many different forms. So I guess the main thing I need to ask you is, did you do that on purpose? Or was it just instinct?
When I started in this industry, I said, I want to be able to have longevity. And I knew by just doing one thing, it was not going to give me longevity. If I tried to put all of my eggs into just one basket, mind you, I might have been even more successful in one category, but I didn't want to take that chance. I wanted to be able to have the freedom to kind of treat Hollywood like a buffet, take what I want here and there, but also to lean on it when I might be in a pickle financially. So, and it served me that way, but it also allowed me to have longevity because, as you know, it's really hard to stay relevant in this business. I feel like I saw a bunch of people that I grew up with that are no they become realtors or interior designers that could have been amazing actors or amazing actresses. And it's just really difficult. So I think it's a little bit of luck. And I think it was a little bit of an intention.
I mean, what I'm seeing all these, I'm bringing on these early influencer women, and they're realtors. They've all had to iterate and pivot because, but when did you realize that you wanted to do that or were going to have to do that? Because I only realized that when things started sort of slowing down and I was like, oh shit, I have to, pivot into different things and have all these different boxes.
I had that realization kind of out of the gate, and I'll tell you why. And that's kind of unique because I grew up poor, very poor. And so I knew what it was like to go without. I knew what it was like to be hungry. And it was like to not have things. And as soon as I started and got a little bit of success in the beginning, I was like, listen, fame is fleeting. I want to show people all different sides of me anyway. So I literally remember being 24 saying, I'm going to dabble in everything. I'm going to start writing. So I literally started writing pretty early, just scripts and scripts, which I wish I would have held on to some of those. But one I made, which was Dirty
I
Love.
just read Open Book.
Oh my
I just
God.
read Open Book, your first one.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah,
So
that
fun.
was the one. If you want the true tell-all,
Yeah.
is
Yes.
Bad Habits. Bad Habits is pretty entertaining because I go through like my acid trips and like Molly. It's just a fun little ride. Bad Habits. It's like all my sins all into one book. It's pretty fun. But and then as I went along, I besides like doing writing and then hosting and then also acting, I wanted to start businesses. So early on, I tried a children's bedding company, which didn't go very far, maybe went a couple of years, but then I kept trying. I kept trying with different products and different things that I found maybe a hole in the marketplace. Like, of course, when I'm going through something, I feel everybody's going through something. So when I was looking for my son's bedding when he was younger, I was like, there's so many toxins in this bedding. I can't let him lay down in this flame retardant, like chemicals, and I'm going to create a brand. And I realized I might have been a little too ahead of my time 23 years ago. People actually, they just didn't know or didn't care that much back then. Oh, so I remember going into meetings going, this was 22 years ago. I had a big meeting with a licensing company and I was like, listen, I am telling you, I want to create the greatest gluten-free brand that's in every grocery store. And they all said, what? They said,
what?
Glue what? Glue what? And I was like, gluten-free. They literally back then, like, you mean that little shelf that's in one part of the grocery store? Maybe. And I was like, yes. I go, here's the math behind it. People, it's going to be a multi-billion-dollar business. No one took me seriously. I didn't have the help or the money to start it on my own. So I had to scrap that. And then I turn around and watch, of course, all these gluten-free brands booming. So I think the best inventions do come from, what do you need? What do you need? Maybe other people's might need it as well. I'm trying to make it so I'm also still not too ahead of my time. So Formless Beauty helped that. So.
Right. I was going to ask you. So yeah, first of all, you've done so many different things. I have to assume that people have tried to keep you in a box over the years that you just seem to not conform to. And so now you started Formless. I have tried your lip gloss. Just thank you for this lack of stick.
Right?
Yes. Thank you. I left it at my mom's house. I meant to have it. But it like this thing makes me crazy. And it's not. Are you wearing it? It's fantastic. No, it's not. And it's really beautiful. And I love the bubblegum color.
Oh yeah. I think that's
for evening. Dream. Like the really bright pink.
Yeah, that's Dream.
Yeah, I really like that.
Dream is fun.
So, but you keep doing these different things. So first of all, with Formless, why is it called Formless?
I called it Formless because I needed to come up with a name. I needed to come up with a name that not anybody had because it's really, really hard to get a patent or, trademark with names. So, and I wanted to have a meaning behind it. So I'm a huge fan of Eckhart Tolle. Do you know who he is? He's an author, New Earth, all those, The Power of Now. So I'm a huge fan of his. And he always referred to our divine souls, our inner beings as formless. Makes sense. Our bodies have form, but our spirit, our souls are formless. So when I was creating the company, I was like, I want to tell people that even though I'm selling outer beauty, makeup, that true beauty,
Mm-hmm.
like real beauty, comes from within, and that is formless beauty. That is true beauty. So it's just a
Oh.
reminder, that
Mm-hmm.
even though we're selling this exterior stuff, the real
Yeah.
stuff, the real beauty comes from within.
Have you ever felt like beholden to an earlier version of yourself? Like people expect you to stay the same way, even as you become an entrepreneur and as you're just doing all these different things. Do you feel pushback from people? Like, no, you stay the Jenny McCarthy that I know, that I love.
It's hard to say for me because I kind of just did my own path. And like, for instance, but I knew my path. I didn't want to be a dramatic
Mm-hmm.
actress.
Mm-hmm.
I like levity. I like, making people laugh. So that's a pretty straightforward category. When I went into hosting, it wasn't that far off because I started with MTV. So I interviewed people
Right.
for a living for a while before, moving into acting. So everything kind of, the only thing I wish I could have had were more jobs, as anyone would say. I mean, I have been very lucky because I've been steady through the past 23 years. I mean, I really have. I mean, I haven't
Yeah. But
really
you hustle.
hustle. And that's also staying in people's zeitgeist. Is that the word? Where I made sure I do generals. Like there's these meetings called generals where you basically have meetings with people over nothing, but you're just kind of going, hey, I'm coming in to meet. And I would like to know what you got roaming around. Keep me in mind if you have any
Mm-hmm.
projects. Really, that's how I got Mass Singer. I was doing my radio show for 7 years.
Oh, really?
And I was
Okay.
like, I told my agent, I'm like, give me some generals. And so he's like, all right. So I did a general over at Fox. And I just said, keep me in mind. I feel like getting back on TV. I've been doing radio for 7 years, but I'm a very animated person. I want to be back on TV. And so a month later, they called with Mass Singer. So it's like, you have to take action is the word I've realized. You can be a couch dreamer and that's not really going to get you far. I realized with every manifestation, every vision board you can make requires action, not just the glue where you stick the picture on the board. You then have to go like, okay, even though I don't feel like it, I've got to start somewhere. And that's just like writing I've written so many scripts that have gone nowhere, but sometimes
Yeah.
in writing those scripts, I believe work begets work. Like the universe goes, oh, she is serious.
Yes.
you know,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
and it makes you a more creative person. So I just kind of hustled.
I was wondering if you've always used humor and in such a way to express, it's like humor and vulnerability, right? Is there some extent to which like you feel like being vulnerable helps you control the narrative as a public person before anyone else can get to it? You know what I mean? Like if I say it first,
That no one can say.
then no one can say anything. Yeah.
It's definitely a smart tactic. I think for
It is.
me, it was a coping mechanism from being bullied in high school. So I went to an all-girls school, all-girl Catholic school. I was really bullied. I had my hair lit on fire. Girls would wait with me
Oh
with
my
pikes to
God.
beat me up. It was intense. It was like Heathers, but I was not in the Heather group. Okay. So it was rough. It was really, really rough. So I used self-deprecating humor as much as I possibly could, which kind of put it kind of made them not as mean and sometimes brought me into their circles at times. So I was like, oh, that worked. It's I think
Mm-hmm.
a lot of, and I'm not a comedian at all or a comic even. I just found that, being relatable is would just be endearing and funny because not a lot of people are willing to go there. So by the time I got to Hollywood, I remember being doing my Playboy TV show where I was hosting music videos. Believe it or not, they had a Playboy channel hosting music videos, and I was doing that. And I literally said, okay, now what is next for me? And I go, I want to be on MTV. I want to show this other side. I want to show my self-deprecating side because I'm certainly not this pinup. If anything, I am the opposite of a pinup. If people know me, I am so tomboy and so butchy. Like all of my friends call me the gay dude because I really am. My sisters, if I call their phone,
Yeah.
I come up as Bob. That's how I'm referred to.
Oh,
Like,
really?
oh yeah. It's
That's
not that I
amazing.
wanted to do that.
I enjoy your stories about your sisters,
Yeah.
by the way. They sound so fun.
So fun. I mean, I'm definitely not like wanting to be a man. I'm just one of those people that I can go out for drinks with the boys and they feel like I'm one of the guys. You know, I can go out with the ladies and they think I'm one of the girls. So it's like, I think that that was an avenue that really served me, not only in the business, but me. It was like, it helped me. People got to see a different side.
It's just so singular. Like when you think about the time when you were first starting to get to work and gain notoriety, like, whoa, there has been a reckoning about women, like how women were treated during that time. And like, you know, we're really revisiting that. And you just pushed back, it seems from the outside, against all of those stereotypes and somehow were just like purely yourself in a way that I don't know how you had the confidence, the wherewithal, or like there must have been pushback. I mean, people were not super into outspoken women who made their own paths back then.
Well, the hardest jump for me was Playboy to MTV. Playboy to MTV.
Really? Why?
On my whole career, Playboy back then, for people that might not know, was considered hardcore porn. Now you look at OnlyFans and it's like your next door neighbor's on OnlyFans. It's like, please.
I know.
Back then, it was just so considered controversial. So if you were a playmate, that means you were not eligible for sponsors in your lifetime, which means you couldn't get jobs because, like, I was told, oh, you're a Playboy playmate. Johnson & Johnson will never be a sponsor for anything you do in the future. So you might as well just not do anything except continue doing soft porn. So I remember when I won Playmate of the Year and I made a specific intention. I had a lot of intentions that I realized of looking forward, saying like, I need to cut this off. Like I need to cut it off. Because the thing is, a lot of the girls got sucked in to keep going, hanging around, doing little odd job appearances for Playboy. And then you find yourself, you're 40 at the Playboy mansion looking for an 80-year-old to settle down with. I was very intentional, like, I'm going to get out of here. As soon as I was done with my commitment, cut the cord and didn't get roped into any other jobs. I said, okay, I told my manager, get me into comedy. I wanted some like fun stuff. No one. I'm like, Playmates aren't funny. Playmates aren't goofy. Playmates can't talk. Playmates can't walk. Playmates can't act. Playmates can't. I was just like, that was the hardest work. In fact, when MTV was happening, they refused to let me audition for Singled Out. I was turned down multiple times from MTV. My manager kept saying, you got to trust me, you got to try, you got to try, you got to try her. I wound up breaking into the audition because I found out they had a cattle call, which basically means they let anybody come. So like a line of 400 people. And I was like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So I literally got in the door that way. We got down to the final 6 people and they were like, wait a minute, you're that Playmate of the Year that was trying to audition. We told you no. And I was like, I know. And oopsie. But I wound up, doing a great job. I was back and back with the final girl between me and her. And I was just in my power, strong. If people remember watching me on that show, being able to dominate the boys, not be scared.
Oh, I remember.
And that was really like, fun because I think my past gave me the confidence, being bullied in school. I wasn't scared anymore. And then I was so excited to play what was not out there, which was like a girl can be sexy and completely ridiculous. She can fart, she can burp, she can pick her nose, she can punch a guy in the face, she can tell him off. Like all these things that weren't really happening then. I just remember being so excited to start the show to do that.
The iconic Candies ad, I just have to, was that your idea or was that like how the hell did a massive brand, I mean, it was look, I remember this.
Yeah.
Like how long ago was that?
Right?
Like genius and so sexy. And how?
I should have saved my
They
stock.
just believed in your personality.
You know, this was during the height of my fame, if you want to call it that. Like when I was really like, I was on the cover of Rolling Stone. I was just on the cover of Rolling Stone, and I got the offer for Candies shoes, and Candies was gone. Candies was only a heel back in the 70s.
It was the little wooden
heel. Do you
that
remember
thing? Yeah.
If you guys can remember Grease, Sandy, when she dyes out her cigarette, like in those red shoes.
Oh yeah.
Wooden thing.
Yeah.
Candies. Okay. So it was like a big 70s kind of shoe. So they're bringing it back and they're like, we want you to come back and bring it back, our Gangsbusters. And we've got a great idea for a campaign. And they showed me, funny enough, it was a picture because everyone copies off of everybody. It was an editorial picture of Naomi Campbell sitting on a toilet modeling a dress. Okay. But she was on a toilet, like smoking a cigarette. Now in black and white, it's considered art. Now, as soon as you put a blonde girl with big boobs in color, it's disgusting, they say. So I remember laying in bed and I was with my boyfriend at the time. And I remember hearing news at 11 o'clock, Jenny McCarthy's Candies ad pulled off of every newsstand for its vile imagery. And I was like, I literally sat up in my bed. I'm like, what? You've got to be kidding me. We knocked it off of Naomi Campbell. She was in every freaking magazine, but it's kind of like creating a monster. They just gave us more publicity and that thing took off. That thing is so.
I mean, I bought Candies because of that. Can you bring back Candies?
You know what?
Maybe give them a ring.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, are they out there still? Now you have me curious.
I don't know.
Because you know what? Not that about 10, 12, 14.
I mean, they're definitely out there, but I don't know.
I redid that campaign on a toilet with Kelly Clarkson in, it's still out there. The Candies are still out there. I did that campaign though, redid it with Kelly Clarkson in the bathtub. I was in the bathtub and she was in the bathtub and I was on the toilet in the same bathroom. So that was like one of the
amazing.
Yeah.
The concept of a personal brand has obviously become like everyone and their mother like thinks they have a personal brand, right? And what do you think that the kids today, what are they missing that because they come, they go. I had a strong personal brand. It waned. Like, what are people missing that you have done here?
And when you say personal brand, do you mean the identity of me, or do you mean the certain things like Formless Beauty, certain entities? Which one when you say personal brand?
I mean the selling of personality as product, as opposed to being like, you're not just the face, it's the whole you, right? And that's the product, which I also am curious what you think about, like, because there is a difference between selling yourself as a brand and like where you draw the line between actually selling yourself.
Right.
But,
I would have to say that, and I hate to use this word because I hear it all the time as a buzzword, but really, truly, it's authenticity. Because what winds up happening, especially in our business, or people that want to be entrepreneurs or people with brands, we're trying to trace trends. So it's hard to say.
Right. Trace trends.
Wow.
Yes.
And we are constantly looking at people that we consider our peers or people who might have the career that we want. And then we try to emulate them. We try to do what they're doing, or we're calling our agents, or we're trying to she's coming out perfume brand. Where's my perfume brand? It's like, it's so easy to get hypnotized into everybody else's business that if you don't stay in your lane of what you're good at, you know what I mean? It's like you're going to lose that ability to tap into what God gave you in the first place. Because when the grass is always going to seem greener on the other side, looking at everybody else's, and we're coveting everybody else's shit. But as soon as you just stay focused on your own desires, your own needs, and then understand that, and I firmly believe this, there's enough space in this world for everybody's brands. People would say, aren't you afraid to get into makeup? It's a crowded market. And I said, there's absolutely a crowded market. And guess what? There's room for everybody. That's how new things are created constantly. So you can't hold back thinking, oh, it's been done. There's too many out there. You hear that a lot, especially in our business. Don't try. It's sad. That market is oversaturated. Blah, blah, blah. I've never listened to that. Ever, 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 ever. It's just like, blah, 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 blah. Plus, I'm in love with the word no. I'm in love with you can't do that. I'm in love with that's never going to happen. It's happened to me my entire life. Every job almost I've ever had. I mean, I've even shocked the shits out of my agents where I'm like, no, that belongs to me.
What was something that happened that was the most surprising? What would you say? You were like, wait, I actually did get that? Or I can't believe I got to do this job or build this business or did you ever surprise yourself?
Yes, I have because I'm not very for instance, even though I've written a lot, I'm not very good at writing. Like my English teacher would be rolling over in her grave if she knew I had 9 best-selling books. She'd be like,
I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure you have 9 best-selling books.
And the thing is, if you read my books, you'll see that they're not sophisticated. If I was trying to match what beautiful authors do, the way they describe the smell of the rain when it comes down and the mood in the room, I'm like, I walked in, I was soaking wet, bitch. You know what I mean? Like I am. And if I tried to be that other person, it never would have worked. So the first book out of the gate, I realized there was a need. No one told the truth about pregnancy. And I wrote that book and then it sold over 1 million copies. So I was like, okay, the universe told me that's a good thing. I'm going to keep going. So then I just kept writing, but then I stopped because I'm like, I can't keep, there's only so much you can write about your life, especially in 9 books. So I was like, please don't give me another ailment. I don't want cancer to have to write about. But now, of course, I have my next book on menopause coming out next year. But that's a great book. It's just like Belly Laughs. Just like Belly Laughs.
Yeah,
so
I cannot wait.
It's so fun. And, just to be able to, one of the highlights of my career was when I got the phone call from the Oprah Winfrey show and Oprah Winfrey saying, I want you on the show. Back then, to be on Oprah's show with a book was huge. Celebrities were not getting on even for their books on Oprah. You had to be able to, a book had to make some change and she knew it, or to be the best fictional, book for Oprah. So when she called me and said, I'm on the show, I was flabbergasted. In that same week, I think I got the call that I was also a New York Times bestseller for the first time. So it was just I stayed true to myself. I didn't try to act smart. Like I said, my books were very simple and conversational. I literally wrote, because I didn't know how to write. So I literally wrote an email to myself. I was writing to my girlfriend. So I'd literally go to my email and think, and write like I'm talking to my girlfriend. And that's how I spit it out in my book.
Unbelievable. But to your point, everyone's be authentic, be yourself. But, and it's such a buzzword, but it's how you literally, that's the only way
that's it
that you can create something important and personally meaningful is just literally dig in and be how do I do this? What is my approach? And if you need to write yourself an email to write a New York Times bestselling book, I'm maybe I'll try that next time.
You're real, honestly. And by the way, I do feel and I tell this to people, every single person, if you are a human being, should write your biography because it is so therapeutic. It is one of the best gifts you can give yourself, and then you pass it down. Even if you never publish it. It is the greatest thing you could ever do. And to reflect on your stories. And it's like going through therapy, but the most beautiful kind of therapy. And then you manage to work out some emotions because you have to write it out. So I do think it's a gift.
I completely agree. you've been so many things to so many people, and there's so many iterations of yourself, like in the ether. 20, 40, 80 years from now, when people hear your name, what do you want it to mean?
I think they probably won't give a shit, to be honest. Think about now, look how fast, like, one of our heroes dies. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, Suzanne Summers was like a friend and an inspiration to me. Like, I used to watch Three's Company and be like, oh my God, there's a pretty girl that can act goofy, And it's like,
Yeah.
do you think in 80 years anyone's going to be talking about her? You know what I mean? So I would imagine, and I'm okay with that. But if there was, and I probably will be in some textbooks because I'm still in medical textbooks for my vaccine stance, but it was maybe doing her best to help families with autism. That's really, if there was a one legacy, that's the one I'd want it to be.
Yeah, amazing. And I adore your son.
He's the greatest human being in the world, isn't he?
He's just the greatest. He's the greatest.
I know.
He's the greatest. He came to my daughter's play and he was like, oh my God. He was like, shh, you're just so talented. It was like, he's so loving.
He told me, but he's like, she's so talented. I'm like, she'll probably be a movie star someday. So if there's any moms out there who have daughters age 20 to 30, can you DM me? Because I want to find Evan the nicest girlfriend. And if you have a young, sweet, and he's the sweetest boy in the world, like, I want him just to have a sweet girlfriend. So you have a sweet daughter, please. I don't mean to
I'll put out the APB.
I'm honestly, I swear, I want it because I need someone to go, I have the nice daughter. Bring it on.
Please. Yes. I know he needs the nicest. The nicest. Oh, he deserves it. Thank you so much. I cannot tell you how excited I am to finally get to talk to you, and I hope that
I hope you write something for me.
I hope that we get to work together. I've
honestly,
that one wild that I was playing around with. I really am like, right? I really want to write that.
I like it. I like it a lot. And there's so many things where I'm like, God, I wish like there were sitcoms. I do miss acting. I miss comedic acting. And
well, I'm writing a pilot right now that is in development, and there is it's a dramedy, but discuss.
Yeah, I'm available.
That would be fun. Yeah, let's do TV.
You're a great writer, so keep writing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. I adore you. Thank you. And I hope I get to meet you in person one day.
We definitely will. I have no doubt.